What's going on, folks? It's the Sports Dép Podcast with Joey Alfieri and Simon Tsalikis. We're with you Monday through Friday, and you may have figured out the concept and the name and how this works. It's a very short podcast. Like there's a lot of podcasts out there that are like 30 plus minutes, 45. Some are 60, some are 2 hours. Ours, 15 to 20 minutes.
In and out.
In and out, like when you go to the Dep.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it, Sports Dep. Simon, when was the last time you walked into a Dep?
Yesterday.
What'd you get?
Oh, sorry, Sunday.
What'd you get?
I got Miss Vicky's.
Which flavor? This is going to really
The pepper
impact.
one, the black pepper one.
Lime and black pepper.
Lime,
That might be top 2 in the power
that is a
rankings.
solid.
The only
chip.
other one that can get there is the salt and vinegar.
Okay, I'm okay. It's in my top 5. I don't know if I have it on top there.
But lime and black
there
pepper,
a
that
dill?
one is phenomenal.
Yeah,
The spicy dill is another one
I
as
like
well.
that too.
Yeah.
I had a carbonated beverage, a can, and I banged out.
39 grams of sugar.
That's good. That's why it tastes good. And then I think I banged out a Lotto Max, which I haven't checked yet. I'm not gonna
That's
lie
why
to
you're
you.
here.
I think
That's why you're back today.
No, I haven't checked.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
Yeah.
you're back, because you haven't checked.
I'll be honest with you. If I win the 70 million,
We're done?
I'm done.
It's over.
You know what? I'll pay you guys to come over to my house and just talk to each other, talk sports, give you some money and
That's
get
a
out.
good gig.
That's good.
You throw money at me while
know,
talking sports. I could do that.
wow. Yeah,
There's not
so
many things I could
I-
do well in this life. And some would argue that I
Yes.
can't even do this
Yes.
well. But I
But-
would do that for money. That's for sure.
Yeah, for 70 mil, I'm out. I'm out of the game.
You wouldn't like want to build a studio in your garage? No?
Gone. You ever see the movie The Saint with Val Kilmer?
No.
No. Okay. Well, he's in the back of a cab. He's a professional thief. He's an elite thief, right?
Yeah.
And he, boom, gets his last job, his money wired to him.
Yeah.
50 million, and he says, "I'm out." That was his 50 million to get out of the game.
Yeah. Back then, 50 million.
It was a lot more,
Yeah.
but still, if I hit the 70 million, I'm out of the
You
game.
think you could make it on 70 million rest of your days? Yeah.
I think so. I could squeeze it out.
I think you'll be close.
I'm gonna blow mad money. I'm gonna blow mad money.
What would your first purchase be if you
Oh, that's a great question.
if you won 70 million?
A home where I can get away between December, January, and February. I never want to see the cold again. I want to be here for my family, not my immediate
Fair.
family. I want to be here for Christmas.
Yeah.
And the moment
And then you're out.
26th,
Because
I'm gone.
winter, like, November is what it is. And then you get to like December and you're like, all right, Christmas is coming. And I'm all about
Yes.
Christmas
Yeah.
spirit and all that
I get
stuff,
that.
especially with a 2-year-old
Sure.
now. It's fun.
100%.
Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
We got Frosty on and music playing
Let's
and all that
go.
stuff. You've been singing Christmas carols all day, or since at least
Yes.
the last few minutes since I saw you. But after December 25th,
Ça fait mal.
like, okay, New Year's Eve. Okay, cool, New Year's Eve. Even then, but like after that, you got January and February and even March to deal with, and part of April.
We got beat up in April last year. And this year it's just
Hey, but second week of training camp, Alouettes. Simon and I worked for the Alouettes. Second week of training camp in the middle of May, I was wearing almost. I don't want to say it was a winter jacket, but I had gloves on, man.
Yeah, it's not
it
good.
was freezing.
And we got hit early this year. This is a December that's pretty nasty thus far. It's cold. There's too much snow out there. So my first purchase
Would be a house
Joey,
somewhere
would
else.
be
Okay.
a residence somewhere where it
Me too.
it is not cold.
I'm going to Barbados.
December.
I've been-
Stay
I
in the-
loved it.
you did, yeah, because that's a nice thing about that. Because kickoff is at 1:00, puck drop is at 7. You don't have to alter any of that. Because if I was thinking somewhere in Europe, I gotta mess with those start times.
But
I'm not missing any more.
I don't know what-
If you
I
think I
don't
watch
know
a
what-
lot of sports now,
I don't know what-
give me 70 million.
I know,
sports
I know, but I don't know what Positano is like in the winter. I don't think it's
sure it's not minus 20.
I don't think it's minus 20, but I don't think it's like I think those people like they shut it down for a few
Okay,
months.
you find somewhere else.
Yeah. Anyways, Sports Dép Podcast. We talk hockey, we talk Montreal Canadiens, but we started this last week where the Thursday episode is we talk just whatever's in the news. And last week was NFL football, and predominantly this episode is going to be NFL football as well. Got a lot of, I didn't know what to expect. I'm going to be honest with you. Like we're in Montreal. I know
Predominantly
you watch a
Habs,
lot of NFL.
yeah.
I watch a ton of NFL. We got some really good feedback on the NFL episode, and people were really happy for you and the Chicago Bears and all that stuff. So I said, hey, why don't we make this a thing and we'll talk sports, just general sports, whatever's making news on Thursdays, and that's what we're going to do here. I want to start with the Sunday Nighter because, we know that the Texans' offense has been okay. this year. The defense is out of this world. Their defense is
maybe the best 11 out there.
Yeah, their defense is
when I'm
outstanding.
talking on both sides of the ball.
The Kansas City Chiefs, I didn't know if there would be a drop. I didn't think there would be a drop off, to be totally honest. Maybe I thought a little bit because Rashee Rice was out for 6 weeks and then suspended for 6 weeks, and then Travis Kelce is another year older, so maybe I thought they would spin their tires in the mud a little bit to start, but the Kansas City Chiefs, Simon, I think it's 13% chance of making the playoffs, and if they win out, it goes up to like 53% if they win the last 4 games of the year.
So they need tons of help.
But so I don't know. Like, I know Travis Kelce's older. Okay, I know, I get it, and that was far from being his best game on Sunday night. But Simon,
even if you're old, you're supposed to catch the ball.
Simon, Xavier Worthy, burner, former first-round pick. Rashee Rice, I think one of the more talented receivers in football.
Didn't they have Juju still running out there? No, Scantling?
No, Valdez-Scantling moved on.
Sorry, who did I see yesterday? I was
He's
thinking as a number
they have
third.
Thornton?
They had a number
Thornton
3,
out
number
there.
4
They have
receiver.
Hollywood Brown.
Yes, maybe that was
Marquise Brown.
Even their 3rd, 4th receiver was good.
Who's, he's not the player. He was a home run hitter and all that stuff. But still, it's like, the run game is non-existent anymore. Like, Pacheco's dry. Like, there's nothing there anymore. Kareem Hunt.
Between the tackles, when you're inside the 2 is a fantastic option, but you got to get to the 2.
Simon, like, there's just, I don't know what's going on. Like, I know they're banged up a little bit, but first of all, who's not? But, man, like, Sunday Night Football at home in Kansas City playing against a really good defense, but to go out that way. And I know, like, some people are like, you go down swinging. 4th and 1 from your own 31, Simon, in that moment of the game, and that's the best you can draw up.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't nuts. It was Juju Smith-Schuster that was out there yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm saying Hollywood Brown.
Yes, no, but that's what I was thinking. Like, that's not bad as your number 4 receiver, though, right? Like, that's your 4th option. I think the writing. I had the repeat of the Eagles and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl for every reason you said. They have never been that skilled heading into a season. They went to free agency. They went to the draft. They should have gotten better on the O-line. If anything, you just wanted to be healthy on the O-line. They're not. They were dropping. They were down to like their 3rd and 4th stringers. Yeah. But last year, Joey, they went
6 and 7. Simon.
They lost the same record as the Dolphins. And that's not a knock on the Dolphins, but
Dolphins
a month ago
ripped off a bunch of wins.
People were
4 in a row.
ripping on the Dolphins. Just you saw the writing on the wall last year. Like, there's so many times you're going to win a 1-score game. I remember the game against the Broncos. The Broncos missed the field goal, was blocked. Like, there's, you remember last year, week 1, what is it? Isaiah Likely, the Ravens tight end, back of the end zone.
Yeah,
we're celebrating a touchdown, and then we review it.
The toe.
You toe it. They lost that game. I remember the schedule well. The week after, they were against the Falcons. They were driving. The Falcons couldn't get in. They were inside the 15 to close out the game. Couldn't punch it in. I think the writing has been on the wall for a while now. Joey, he's going to go down as an all-time great, and he's still got about a decade worth of football. But I don't know since
they're
yesterday
have to retool quick
to go back to last year. And I know there was a Super Bowl appearance in there.
Yep.
Can you say that Patrick Mahomes is a top 5, top 6, top 7 quarterback in this league?
Right now, the way he's playing, no. But
No.
he clearly banged up. You saw it. He had the big jacket on, trying to subtly adjust that brace or the protection on the knee, whatever it was.
We watched the Habs go to 1 Stanley Cup final. Gary Price, the body
Done.
said no more. Shea Weber,
done.
the body said no more. These guys, I think the earliest, I saw this, I hope I'm right, the earliest exit ever for Patrick Mahomes in his is a AFC
title. No?
Title game in overtime, I think. I think that's the earliest
but they
exit
came
is
close
ever.
a couple times. Remember the 13 seconds left, Buffalo Bills? I mean, they looked like
close.
they were down and out too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They've played a lot of football.
They've played a lot of football.
And for 5-6 years, well, for 6 years at least, they were the target for everything. You were an okay team. You're 4-8. You're playing the Chiefs. Hey man, that's our Super Bowl. You're a 6-1 team. Let's see if we're really a 6-1 team. We're playing. That was your Super Bowl. Everybody measured themselves against the Chiefs. Great ride. I think once you have your franchise quarterback, which they do, the rebuilding process will not be forever. It shouldn't take forever. But it also, you look at how successful when the Pats did it for 20 years.
Long time.
20.
And they're right back.
And right back with a couple of years off. But yeah, it just looks like the game is moving a little bit too fast for those guys in Kansas City. I think the defense too, like a
lot of drops. So there's the defense hasn't been
incredible.
great, but the drops are what's killing them. Like,
I find the defense, Joe, is very butter. Very vanilla. Like you tune in to watch, like you watch the Texans.
They
play
got
defense.
some pressure. They got some pressure on.
But they're all over. The Texans are all over the football field.
Yeah, but that might be the best defense in football, Simon.
Yeah. So I just, look, you have your franchise quarterback. I think you'll have a coach that'll be there again next year. I don't think he's concerned about his job. I don't think it's very difficult to recruit talent to Kansas City. How far back they get, I don't know. You know, there are some great young quarterbacks, specifically in the AFC as well. But doesn't look like a playoffs. But the only thing is this. If they do get in, nobody wants to play
these guys.
Zero. They'll travel, they'll come to your backyard, and they'll beat you.
But you look at the wins this year. They beat the Giants with Russell Wilson in week 3. They beat the Ravens the following week. Ravens sputtering as well. I mean, Ravens are under 500 team this year. They beat the Detroit Lions at home in Kansas City, I should say.
Yeah.
They smashed the Raiders. So, they beat the Giants, beat the Raiders, beat the Commanders. They obliterated the Commanders at home. Lost to the Bills, lost to the Broncos, beat the Colts in overtime.
Lost to the Chargers in week 1.
Lost to the Chargers in week 1. Yeah. Lost to the Cowboys. And they lost to the Texans.
It's also the football schedule.
Now they've got Chargers again at home. They've got Titans. They can win.
Broncos in there?
They've got Broncos on Christmas Day.
Nice.
Broncos might be playing for the 1 seed.
Sure.
And they've got the Raiders on January 4th.
And even if the Broncos are not playing for the 1 seed, they're playing to knock this team out because nobody wants to see them. But
you've got Titans and Raiders on the schedule. So that's 2 wins, I would think. That's 2 wins.
Look, it's and also not playing 6 years of high level football is 6 years of getting a first place schedule as well. 6 years in a row of getting a first place schedule. It's tough. It's hard. Yeah. Bills, same thing, right? Patriots are probably going to win that division.
Yeah.
But
it's great. Like, in the NFL, it's the ultimate, like, every year they say, like, oh, there's 7 teams that made the playoff this year that didn't make it last year. Like, Kansas City obviously have had success for a long time, but it's kind of hard to be like, oh, yeah, shoot, we didn't get it done this year, but next year, that's going to be our year. Buffalo Bills, how often have we been saying that? And, I know they pull out a big win over the Bengals, and they came back, from a couple scores down to win that game, but doesn't look great.
I'm not saying
how about Washington Commanders, Simon? Yeah. Washington Commanders got a huge playoff win in Detroit last year.
They went to an
Jim
NFC
Daniels banged up, Terry McLaurin banged up. You went out, got yourself Deebo Samuel,
Zach Ertz out. Yeah.
Zach Ertz, that low hit, that was brutal to see.
Terrible.
That was terrible to see.
But yeah, it is. And look, man, you look at the AFC, this year, I think, I've been watching football, I don't know, since 1983, 1984. Like, I don't want to tell you it was wide open back then, but it is so wide open. There's nobody in the NFC that Packers look fantastic. Lions have their moments. Packers have their moments. Yeah. Losing to the Browns, losing to Carolina. You look at the AFC, no Lamar Jackson in the postseason. I shouldn't say no. It looks likely, but they can still win the division. No Joe Burrow, maybe no Patrick Mahomes. You brought them up. You brought up the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, if you're listening, I'm not telling you it's now or never, but this is lining up for you your arch nemesis, the Chiefs, will
wide open.
Probably not be there.
Because Simon, you look at New England and Denver, okay? Young quarterbacks, super talented, but they've never been there before. Yeah. So to go out there and do all of this in the playoffs, I mean, Josh Allen, you got to find a way, man. Yeah. You got to find a way to get in. You know who might be playing in the playoffs?
Yes. No, I don't know. I know a lot of teams that might be playing in the playoffs.
But how about this? News came out earlier this week that the Indianapolis Colts, and I feel for the Colts, I feel for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones ruptured Achilles, done for the year.
Guy's out there playing with a broken leg, broken foot, and whatever.
I guess it's tough. You're overcompensating, and you feel the Achilles go. They worked out Phillip Rivers.
Let's go.
They're going to work out Phillip Rivers. 44. Do you know how many Colts players are younger than Phillip Rivers? I got it here. How many Colts players are younger than Phillip Rivers' oldest kid? Would you like to take a guess?
How many? 55, 56, 57? What's the roster there? What's the roster size in Indianapolis? Whatever. Let's say 56.
53-man roster.
53-man roster. Okay. So 53-man roster. I know I'm cheating here.
The kid's 23. Okay. Just so you know.
Okay. That's his oldest kid?
His oldest kid.
Because he's a grandpa.
Is he?
That's what I read earlier today, that he is a grandpa, and the last time he played was during the COVID season. So speaking of yourself, starting the family late, not Phillip Rivers' kids.
Nope,
this kid's that would make him like what, 23?
He's 44.
Phillip Rivers 44?
44 years old.
His son's like a senior in college.
Yeah.
So how many? So I would okay. Now that it's 23, you said 24.
Yeah. The kid's born on July 6, 2002.
So how many players are younger? A handful.
Yeah, I guess his name is Hale, Halee.
Hale.
Halle? Hale?
Halle.
I don't think so.
I think it would be Halle
Yeah.
Berry is the only one I
Yeah.
know. Halle Rivers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, that's kind of desperate, and I love Philip Rivers. Eight players.
Eight players are younger than
Wow.
Philip Rivers' oldest kid.
Remember it used to be freaky, like if some guy popped up that he was younger, like the coach was younger than his quarterback, and it set the NFL world on
you had
on
a
a
couple
frenzy.
of those.
You had a
Yeah.
couple of those. Imagine now, but that's nuts. It is nuts. It is nuts.
Simon, what do you want to do? Anthony
I don't
Richardson's hurt, and I mean, I don't even
I
know if
don't
that's
know.
the answer.
I don't know. I don't know what you can do. Like you're right. There's not many.
There's not
like,
a ton.
No
There's not a
disrespect
ton to
Philip.
do.
Where's Jay Cutler? No, like I'm not. He's younger for one. I think he's younger
Is
for,
he?
for one. I don't know. Jay Cutler out there, but imagine like, I guess he knows. He was there for a year, right? So maybe.
Yeah, Jay Cutler is younger, 42 years old.
There you go. Where's Jay? Where's Brady?
Tommy, I don't think Tommy's given up ownership stake in the Las Vegas Raiders.
For the 8-4 Colts. Is that what they're at now? What, 8-5?
Like that, yeah.
Look,
Yeah, I feel for them because even at the running back position, that's a guy. Jonathan Taylor was
He was having
MVP
an,
consideration,
LaDainian Tomlinson type
and now I think you shut down the run and you say, hey, whoever, what's his
guys
name,
out
Brett
there playing
Rippon,
with, guys out there playing with a broken leg,
Yeah.
broken foot, whatever it is. My goodness. Look, and the one thing about the Colts, the schedule did flip on them. Just looking at the beginning of this week, prior to Sunday, I saw the Bears had the most difficult schedule left in football. The Packers there as well, and
I got it right here. You ready?
And the Colts are
They're in Seattle.
yeah.
Host the 49ers, host the Jaguars, huge divisional games.
First place Jaguars.
And then they go on the road to Houston to play the Texans
I don't know.
on Jan 4.
That's
tough.
I don't think there is a worse stretch of 4 than you can possibly play
And
there.
they've lost 3 in a row, right? They lost to the Chiefs in OT.
That's the one that's the one that's going to hurt.
They lost they lost by 3. They lost a 4-point game to the Texans, and they lost over the weekend to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we'll see. At the time of this recording, it's just a workout. We'll see what ends up happening.
Philip Rivers.
Eventually, but Philip Rivers is just the
What
fact that he's
about,
on the radar, man.
Where's you remember Philip Rivers' backup?
Which one?
Billy Volek.
Billy Volek. He
Remember
made some good money, Billy Volek.
Billy Volek. They want to. I think him and Michael Turner, because I think LT and Philip
Michael
Rivers
Turner,
were out against the Colts.
Yeah.
Vincent Jackson, I think, was a wide receiver.
Michael Turner became a starting
good.
running back in Atlanta. He's a
Very
good
good,
player.
very good, very good.
Yeah.
Where are those guys?
I don't know.
Where's Billy Volek?
But it was funny. Phil Rivers hasn't played in the NFL since they went to a 17-game schedule.
That's
I
nuts.
saw that too.
Good luck
so
with
it's
that.
only been a few years. But
Good luck with that.
Anyway, we'll see what ends
All
up
right.
happening. Tsalikis.
Yes, sir.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow. Can we do this all over again tomorrow?
Let's do it tomorrow.
All right. Tomorrow we will be in conversation with Eric Chouinard,
Like
former
that.
NHLer, former first-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens back in 1998. So he'll join us on the show. We'll talk about his career, playing for Michel Terrier, playing for Ken Hitchcock, playing for Jacques Lemaire. Played with on some really good Flyer teams with Ronick and Keith
Mark
Grimo
Recchi.
and Mark Recchi and
Eric Desjardins.
John Leclerc. So we'll
Eric Desjardins scored the hat trick that we all remember.
yeah.
Never.
I
gets,
was only 4 years. I was actually only 3 years old. I don't remember it live.
Never gets enough credit for just being
Agreed.
a very,
Agreed.
very good, like not a Hall of Famer, but a very, very good defenseman.
1000%.
Kind of maybe like Andre Markov, the way we like to, Eric Desjardins.
Eric Desjardins,
We see the
criminally
highlights, we see
underrated.
the hat trick, we see the Stanley Cup. Man, Eric Desjardins was a good defenseman for a very long time.
For a very, very long time. And I know everyone, when you look back at guys at the Canadiens, they moved, obviously John Leclerc is the big one. He ended up scoring 50 goals. But Eric Desjardins had some, you're talking about, 45, 47, 46, 51, 55, 48. It's over 500 points in the NHL, almost 1,100. He's got 1,143 games. So, he was close to being at 1,200. He was
Never
a
lost
really,
in his
really good
own
player.
end of the rink either.
Really, really good player, Eric Desjardins. Doesn't get enough love and respect for what he's done. Tsalikis, see you tomorrow. Be good. This is the Sports Dép Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. You can also find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. Make sure to leave us a comment, but hit that subscribe button. Make Tsalikis happy, and who knows, maybe he'll buy you a St. Louis burger at Elixir. Maybe that's what it's going to be. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow.